Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par, and now I'm gonna continue playing my DeathWorld map. Oh, look at that. It looks awesome. That's our plan for building blue chips. We copied it, I believe, in the previous episode. I made it a little bit wider. To see approximately how much space we would need. And as you can see, that's not a lot of space. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. I wanted to, like, from the top of this, actually send some plastic and some sulfuric acid. And I feel like we can totally do that. Right, we'll basically send stuff from the top. We'll have plastic coming from the top. We'll have blue circuits probably going to the top as well. Right, and we'll have copper and iron coming from the left. That's at least that's the idea. That is the idea. Let's see what is happening here. So this part is started shooting, it's clearing the area. We scaled production of artillery shells a little bit, so now it should be really, really nice. Oh, actually, this will allow us to bring the rails up to here and then just build a huge wall, a horizontal wall. Right, this is gonna be great. I'm not sure about this part. And yeah, I don't know what is gonna happen. Actually, why don't we use this as a main line? No, it cannot be main line because we'll have circuit production here. Okay, I need to think about what will be, like, how we'll be doing this thing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll give this area lots of artillery shells as well. And look at that, we'll clear this island. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Right, what we wanted to do, we wanted to make sure that our red circuits are not touching this crude oil, because we probably want to extract it, so we don't want to, like, I don't like building on top of resources. It means that we have to dodge this and this. Oh, right. Why don't we make it an extra challenge? To not build factories on the resources. And since oil is pretty much infinite, we can't really mine it out. We don't have that many oil thingies. Okay, that's extra challenge. We will be mining out everything that we have in our sites, and we will not be building things on top of crude oil. Right. That's the plan. Oh, we have 70 millions here. Nice. We're starting to get some really good ore patches, so still don't see lots of them. There is one down there. So that's kind of good. What's happening here? Oh no. Can we do that? Anyone shooting here? Or not really? Oh, right. Something started shooting. Let's see. It's gonna move. Out of how many? We need one. Oh no. Oh, I broke. I broke the thing. That's bad. That is really bad. I broke the rails. We gotta run there. We're going here. We'll go there and fix all of that. Okay, nice. So what I'm actually thinking about, I think the plan that we have here for like the huge base will require lots of resources. And because of that, let's make it a manual one. And because it will require lots of resources, I think... Actually, why don't we design it here right now? I think instead of sending 3 lines of trains, here I will send 3 plus 3. We'll send 6. We'll make it chunk aligned, kind of symmetrical in a way. And yeah, it's gonna look great. I don't know exactly the placement of the thing yet, but pretty sure we can figure this out. Let's see. So this is our like middle line. We will not be needing these signals here. What we could do, we could basically do something like this, right? And now that we have this part done, we can, well, basically want to get this thing, this kind of connection. Let's say over here. Right? Now, we'll be sending trains over there from here, just like this. That will be our first kinda. I guess, well, it's not even a copy, it's more like one side, this will be our first side, and the second side, we want to match the signals. So let's be very, very careful with that. I believe that is it. Probably. Okay, let's take a look. It will come from here. Kinda go there. Can we do that? Nice, we did it. We defended whatever it is we are building here. This part will go. Wait. Something is wrong here. 1, 2, 3. Going to the right. That's looking fine. This stuff, on the other hand, this is extra. Okay, we don't need this one. We wanted it to be here, like that. That's the idea. Flip? No, we can't flip it. Wow, that's not good. The fact that we cannot flip. Let's see. Oh, lots of signals. We do that. And if we take a look at this, right, I don't know why and how that signal ended up there. Let's check this signal. It's horizontal. Okay, nice. So the signals kind of match. We will need to resignal everything here. Let's take a look and try to understand whether we can make this work nicely or not. Because then we'll have chunk aligned kind of line of rails, and we run out of rails. That, you know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with that. But we're still a little bit faster than robots. I don't like it. I really would like to have one more here of robot speed. What's happening with our research? Are we just this slow? I mean, I could tell robots that, hey, maybe you want to... Well, not robots, but basically robots. I could upgrade the inserters, I guess, but I don't really feel like that's a limiting I don't feel like that's the issue. Maybe what we should do, maybe we should just scale a little bit our build. I don't know. Is this a good idea? I think it is. I think that's a good idea. Right, let's signal all of this again. Wait, not here, like this. Yeah, let's make sure. Let's repeat the exercise that we did in the previous time. Like previous time, we were trying to come up with this kind of thing. Again, the idea. Before this whole crossing, we would like to place rail chain signals as far forward as we can, as we possibly can. That's the idea. That means that we will have one here, we will have one here, we will have one here. On this side. We'll do the same. We'll even match their kind of vertical alignment. Not height, but like their vertical coordinate, right? Nice. Now, at the exit, at like the straight exit when we are going forward, we will place regular signals. Okay, we can place it here, I can place it there though. We'll place regular signals. And I will make this one here just so that it kind of looks symmetrical, to be honest. Because it doesn't matter much. Like, we don't have to save every last tile here. I just want... Okay, let's reiterate. Ideally, you would want to place the signal here. However, because you want to place it as close to the exit as possible. However, I want to keep all my distances kind of the same. And I want the build to be like almost symmetrical, I could say. So I'll place it a little bit forward. It will make left side a tiny bit less efficient than it could be. However, its efficiency would still be matching the efficiency on the right side, so it's like, basically doesn't matter. It basically doesn't matter what we do here. Now, when the chains are turning to the right, let's start with this one. As soon as the chain, like when the chain decides to turn to the right, and it like goes through the spot, when its tail crosses this line, we would like it to open the path for the previous train to go straight, right? And to do that, we need to place a signal. We have two choices here, right? We need to place a signal as close, like as far back, meaning here, as we can, so that the tail of the train crosses it faster. It doesn't matter like here because they are kind of close together, but in general, when you're designing intersections, that's the kind of optimizations that you're doing. Here we'll do the same. We'll place this one as far back, right? We place this one as far forward as we could, but this one we'll place as far back because if the train decides to turn to the right, we actually want it to unblock this line as quickly as possible. And here we'll do the same thing, right? This is as far back, and this one is placed as far back as we can. Right? Alright. And is it symmetrical? It's not exactly symmetrical, but it's okay. So here we have it. We can actually do something cool here, I guess. Is this gonna be the place we'll be using? No, I would like to place it a little bit lower because I don't want to touch the spot. That means that the first blue circuit built, I would like it to probably finish. Let's find a place somewhere, maybe even here. Oh, I got to move it slightly to the left. Maybe like that. maybe that's how I want it to happen, so that this part is right there, and we can actually kind of delete this thing, maybe. Cut all of this away and paste the thing here. That's probably how I want it to work. Let's see, we'll need to grab a little bit of rails. So that's kind of the vertical alignment that I'd like to use, because this way, if this is our lowest blue science build, so we'll have 7 of the stations on each side going up there. But this way we are guaranteed that if we decided to move to... Wait, why is this red? If you decided to build something to the left, like if you'll have a long build for red circuits to the left, then this thing will still kind of... we will not cover this crude oil, right? And here we'll have slightly more space to go up to there. Good. What is happening here? They're like trying to... Okay, I guess it's okay. I might need to move all of this to the right, by the way. We'll see. Might have to move all of this to the right. What are you even doing in this episode? Alright, we are pushing this, but we don't have artillery. Why we don't have artillery? Trains? We don't have them because we are waiting for explosives? Wait, is it really it? Are we having problems with the explosives? It seems to me as if we do have problems. Should we just scale? Well, we can't really scale, we are not living so far. Okay, it's like we are not in a great shape to do that right now. Let's take a look at something like this part. If we build it right here, it's a lot of space. We can push it further to the right. Maybe we should move this thing a little bit to the right. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I think we'll have to move these rails to the right. Right, but at least we have a design, right? So we'll be able to copy this design. Good. We will copy the design. I need to get rid of this wall, because this wall prevents us from building like a nice thing over there. Okay. Oh, okay, we dodged it. Nice. How's this stuff gonna work? Do I want to leave? Do I want to have a third station for the build? I don't think I want to actually have 3 stations, even though this thing supports, like, the supports 3 stations. For circuit build specifically, I don't think we need 3, because for blue circuits we need only iron and copper. For green circuits here, like below, we need only iron and copper. And we need, furthermore, 1 bolt of iron, 1 bolt of copper, right? Not like 1 bolt of iron and 2 bolts of copper. on the left side, right across green circuits, I want to have red circuits. And for red circuits, let me take a look. Right, for red circuits, I basically above here I want to have 7 copies on the right, 7 copies of the left on the left for blue circuit production, and below I want to have again 7 kind of train stations on the right, 7 on the left for green circuits, and then with like 2 inputs, it seems. So this thing will be only about blue circuits and green circuits, this line. And then the left 7 copies of green circuits will be directly fed into the build for red circuits over here. And that build for red circuits will be taking input from the left. From here there will be like another line of like train line that will be delivering what is needed for red circuits. Let's take a look. We need to get green circuits, plastic, and copper. So we'll be getting plastic and copper kind of from the left here. And we will be sending, sorry, I was like waving my hands and touched the microphone. I hope I remember to remove that noise. Okay, it's around 21st minute. Let me make a note here. 21st minute touched mic, because that might hurt your ears. Okay, so we'll basically have another line here with resources, and we'll have 2 inputs, copper and plastic for the red circuits. And we'll have an output, and that output could actually use a third thing there. So this line of rails that we'll have here, right on the leg, it might actually be using it might be using this layout, actually, even with this orientation, with like the right kind of thing. Okay, so we decided that here we'll be using kind of a simpler one. We know horizontally where exactly the thing will be. They will go right here, right kind of to the edge of the chunk. Not like it really matters, because this thing is not chunk aligned vertically. At least I don't believe it is. Right? Is it chunk aligned? Here. No, not even close. Not even close. So the thing is not chunk aligned. And the distance is here. I mean, it's like whatever. It's okay. We'll figure out what to do there. Good. We know that part. Let's come up with something for red circuits. I'm actually not fully sure how I want the design to be. I mean, I okay, that's not correct. I know that I would like to use pretty much standard 12 beacon approach for red circuit build, like something like this. However, the idea that I had is basically as follows. The idea... Oh wow, it's gonna take a lot of space. You know what, we will not be doing it here. We will be doing it... actually, you know what? Right here, looks like a good spot. Is it? Is it a good spot? Maybe it's not a good spot. Okay, let's copy it a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, how many? It's supposed to have 9. Right, 9. Right. So basically, it's a 12 beacon build that I want to use, and we will make this thing. The input, as we remember, is from the left. Right. We'll make this thing produce copper cable, and this will be This will be the circuit. Actually, with all these exercises that I'm doing, I kind of feel like adding a little bit of rubber ports here would be a good idea. I have no idea what this signal is doing here. It looks like a mistake, to be honest, but it's okay. Right. Nice. So that's the idea behind this circuit build. This thing requires, on the left side, we'll be sending it one belt of plastic, one belt of copper. On the right side, we'll be sending it one belt of circuits, of green circuits. And we'll figure out the layout here, and this whole block will be copied 4 times. That's correct. I said 4 times. So this thing I cannot even paste it. So basically this thing from here to there pretty much will be our red circuit build, unless we manage to compact it a little bit. That means that if we build the thing here, we would definitely... Oh, right. That's not even taking into account the green thing that we'll have on to the right. So basically what it means that here we really don't have space to place this build over there. We will be on top of the oil, and I do not want that to happen. So let's aim for our green circuit build to finish. We cannot do it to finish around here. We are limited by this. We are limited by the stone patch here and copper patch here. Okay, it's kinda... It's ending up being a little bit trickier than I expected. Yeah, it's a bit trickier than I wanted. Right. Let's go back. Let's try to answer a very, very simple question. So we have this thing going here, whatever. Can we actually make this work? Okay, let me look at the proportions that we have for 8 of this assembly machines. We'll need to place... How would we do it? We need to be sending... Right, let's say we have 2 inputs. Let's say we have plastic going above, just like that, and we have copper going below. So with this thing, what we basically achieved, we can feed this assembly machine some copper, and let's see, we need to feed it 0.2 belts of copper, so it's actually not a lot. And the green circuits we need to feed... Okay, it's also not gonna be a lot. I need to change the settings to per second. So we need to feed... Like, this assembly machine should be getting 8.1 copper per second. I got to open Factorio insert throughput wiki page again and look again at the throughput. We're interested in belt to chest perpendicular. So perpendicular will give us 15 per second, nice, and if it's facing insert, it's like, it really depends. Okay, that's good. That means that this part would basically work fine. We can also... So I said that we will need to be using, like to be getting green circuits. What I was thinking about just now, that we could actually feed, like it could be made to work just like this, right? We could just send a belt, and we'll be taking stuff from that belt, just like that. So this could be our belt that is giving us some green circuits. Now, right, this part could actually even be done like that. That means that so far there is a potential to kind of collapse this thing and make it a little bit less wide, more narrow, right? Because if we can remove this tile in between, it will add up. It will add up, it will make this whole thing quite a bit more narrow, which will help with the build over there. So let's proceed with doing whatever we've been doing. Okay, this single assembling machine will be generating almost 23 of these cables, copper cable per second. Almost 23 cable per second. And we will need to place it essentially from chest to belt. Chest to belt. Let's see, a single stack insert is able to handle 13.85. So in theory what that means that we should be able... That means that in theory we should be able to deal with a single... Sorry, with just two inserters. This could be made to work with two inserters. How would we do it? Right, let's maybe get back to this part. This thing is straightforward. This is plastic, right? We'll just get it, like right in the middle or something. We'll just get the plastic, and this is... gonna work. I mean, it's a bit unfortunate that we cannot make this thing completely kind of symmetrical, but at the same time, does it really matter or not? So is it okay? I guess it's okay. And right here, okay, we can't use this space over here for anything useful, right? Right, we could do something like that, I think. We can place power pole in here. So we kind of found a nice spot for power. Interesting. And in theory here we could have power over there. It covers everything. Okay, so far it's not looking that bad. Now we need two inserters. We could in theory do something like this, right? We could have... Oh no, we can. Right, we can have something like this. This way we will get basically a belt containing cables on both sides. The inserters shouldn't have trouble outputting everything, because the throughput of each inserter is 13.85, and we need in total to output 22.66. So it's less than 26. Right, it's less than 26. So these two inserters should be able to give us enough cables to feed these 8 machines. And then each machine will obviously have to, you know, take just one cable, I guess, or something. I mean, I guess you could make it work like this. Let's see, what did we achieve now? We have cables delivered Right, we are missing one pretty important thing. We are missing deliveries of the iron. Okay, that's the problem. Oh, this thing requires iron, doesn't it? Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Wait, we don't need iron? We don't. That's nice. Okay, so we need only plastic. Copper cave. Oh, we need a lot of plastic. We need 11 plastic per second. Oh, but it's split between right, 11 plastic per second is split between 8 machines. So this inserter should work just fine. There shouldn't be any issues whatsoever with this inserter. Good. That is good. Good stuff. That means that we don't need the plastic input. What we do need, though, we need the output. We need to be able to output red circuits and return them. And I was thinking about returning them like this on the belt here. I mean, we don't really have that many options, to be honest, how we would return stuff. But we could do it like that. Before we start doing that, let's compact this part a little bit, because I think we managed to reach our goal. We can make the build a little bit more compact, just like that. It will still have how many 12 12 sources, 12 beacons covering it. Well, I don't like that we don't have speed models to really fit this thing, but yeah, we have 12 sources there. And this part could also be made a little bit more compact, just like that, right? Could make it more compact like this. That means that this whole thing can be deleted, pretty much. And now the question, how would we do this part? How would we fit this thing? Is this the way to go? I wonder. Is this the way? Because this way we will send red circuits on the side. The problem here is that I don't see how we will be able to flip the belt. So this is the way. Right, let's just think a little bit. This way will be placing thing on this side. We can totally copy it 8 times, right? And all of this gets connected. What's going on? Oh wait, we're having difficulties with the defense, but I don't understand how. Oh, I understand. We finally got delivery of artillery stuff. That's fine. So while we're designing this, actually a pretty important thing is happening. This outpost is shooting at these biters. So let's see. We will be like, that's half of the build basically. We'll just copy it, and I feel like it should work without any problems. Yeah, I'll basically copy it like 8 times or something. Let's do this. This is 4 times, right? 4 and another 4. And here we have it basically. It became, I think, quite a bit shorter, which is good. Right, let's compare actually the lengths. So that's the length that it used to have, like up to here. Now it's up to here. It's something. It's something. Now the real question I have is the following: we will have this part going forward over here. Right, that needs to be adjusted. We have connection here, we have connection here, so we do not need to have connection here. That is correct. This could be like just like a terminal kind of thing, because we will what's going on? Wait, this is the output. We will send the output from this side, right? Right, that's... I'm confused. Right, I guess we'll have to connect it like this. The problem that I see is, how do I flip, ideally here, contents of this belt, so that red circuits end up on the other side? How can we do that? If we move this thing a little bit back, if you move it like, no, it's not gonna work. We need to either learn to flip the belt. That's one path. Or the other one is we have to learn to place things here on the other side of the belt. On the far side of the belt. Okay, we're having problems. We're having a problem. It's not clear to me how we can output. We need to output 0.8 belts of basically slightly less than 1 belt of red circuits, and we'll do it with 4 copies of this build, and we need to figure out a way to place these things on both sides of the belt. Right now we are placing them only on one side of the belt. That's not good. That is not good. Not good at all. Right, how about we change it a little bit? How about we say that we will we'll push this as far into the corner as we can, basically like that. Right, we'll have this inserter kind of in the corner. Now, what this leaves us with? It leaves us with options, actually. We have an option to place this thing right here. So we have an option to either fill the belt on one side or the other side. I will not be doing it on both sides at the same time, because it's a waste of entities, and we already have a pretty large red build with lots of entities already, so we'll basically have either this connection or this connection. Right. I feel like that is the way. See. So if I delete this whole part, will it still work nice? Let's just double check. I want to make sure that the build that we are using, like, I want to make sure that it's good. Right, so... By the way, notice that I am not using chest stubs trick. I do not know whether I'll need to use it for when I'll have a clocked version of the build. So far we will not be having any clocking. I just want the thing to work. We are not caring about EPS. Our EPS is just fine, so we don't need to optimize these things. But like, I don't know whether we'll need. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm not sure whether I should be showing what chest tab is. Okay, let me show you. In the past, let's say, like before Factorio version 1.0 something or 1.1 something, I don't remember. You can find it in patch notes. Basically, there used to be this trick that was very, very popular when you took things from the belt, placed them in the chest, and then placed them inside the assembler. And this was called, right, and you had it limited to a single stack. And that thing was called a chest stub. And right now, it's completely irrelevant. This whole thing is not needed nowadays in Factorio, because what it tried to do, it tried to fix the problem, like we could say a bug or inefficiency in the game. They didn't let this assembler sleep. Like basically, it wasn't sleeping enough. If the machine had all materials and was essentially like block on output or something, or just had all materials, this inserter was not really sleeping. It was waking up whenever things were moving on the belt. But with this design, this inserter was sleeping if the chest was full, and this thing was full, so it never woke up. And this inserter, when you're placing things from the belt into the chest, it was actually also sleeping all the time if the chest was full. So there is like a difference between the behavior of the inserter from the belt into the chest versus behavior of the inserter from the belt into the assembler. Now it's no longer a thing, so I'll not be using it, and I don't think we will need to do this for the clocking, because the clocking, it wouldn't help the inserter that places things in the chest, right? So it's probably, I'm not even sure whether we'll need clocking at all for like belt to chest designs. For this one, it could be useful. For this one, I don't know. As I said, I'm not experienced with clocking, with inserter clocking. Anyway, let's get back. So we have this design. It should work, and then we have an option of either connecting things like this or connecting things on this side. Nice. That is really, really good. Right, this part has connection. This is our... No, this is the output. The copper is coming over here, so this is copper. This thing, I'd like to delete all of that, and I'd like to copy this part. I'd like to make sure that it fits and everything works here. Nice! And we got it. So, here is our red circuit design. I can actually... Right, I can actually... like properly, I guess, place it. Let's move it a little bit back, right here. Let's measure the proper length of that. Oh, we gotta wait for the robots. The robots are super slow. Actually, since we are doing this since we are playing with these things, let's maybe add couple of radars here to make it a little bit easier for us. And in addition to radars, I'd also like to add some roboports here, just so that we can, you know, play with the builds, because this is basically our like design space where we're designing builds. Or trying out. Well, not even trying out. I'm not gonna be testing this. We'll test it for real when we build the first kind of copy of the thing. Right, let's take a look. This one. That's the second copy that will be placing things on the right kind of inner side of the belt. And here, we will actually do something different. Here we will need we will need to change how this thing works. So we'll need to connect things from that side. Let me actually remove this whole thing fully right now. This need it, but don't need it. Nice. And now I would like to copy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to copy it. Alright, well, this is some extra. I copied it, right? Okay, we had a problem in the first, I guess, the last line here. Okay, just like that. Just like that. We should placing things on this side. So over here. Oh wait, I don't have a connection. Did we lose it here as well? Okay, so here we have the connection. All other belts are connected. We fixed connection here. We can fix it here. Wait, here. No, not here. And fix it here. Just like that. Okay, and how did I fix it over here? I moved this part. Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. What exactly is the difference here? What exactly is the difference? Here we moved this one a little bit further back, and here no. Right, and here I also moved this one further back. But then I lost. Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. This I lost track of it. So hard. Okay, here, approximately here. This is the first one, and we kind of fixed it properly. And here we have space with another one, and this one is not fixed properly because this inserter is not really working. It's not like certain things. Okay, what are we gonna do about this? How are we gonna fix this issue? Well, I think I know. We'll move this over there, and we'll place this thing here. That is it. And this way, if you do it like this, we will not even need to do anything here. We will not have to change this part. It can remain the way it was, right? If we move this part over here, we still have connections on both sides. We can make this inserted place stuff over there, and it should just work. Okay, this part works. We have all the connections. We can also change this one, make all of them look the same. Right, okay, first one is done. We have connections. It's good. Pin down the ground belts. This part is fixed. Nice. This one is also fixed. Everything is connected. Okay, great. This is looking great, and we can just copy this whole thing and paste it here. And run out of space. And run out of space. And we'll basically, well, let's clear, I guess, this. Oh, what's happening here? We want it to be right there. Basically, we wanted to be reaching the middle of this rails. Okay, good. Can we dodge this part? Nice. That's okay. So we don't have any extra things. That's basically our red circuit design that we have here. That's its approximate length from here up to, I guess, this rails. That's the size. We would also like to leave some space for the station, so realistically we have to keep it kind of here, right around here. Essentially, we need to push this design to like as much to the right as we can, which will probably be somewhere along these lines. I'm not sure. I'd like to touch the rails over there. So that's kind of approximately how I'd like it to work. Good thing is that on this side we want only green circuits. Maybe we like with one stacker or something, just very kind of simple build. I'm not even sure whether we really want to have a stacker here. We maybe do. Yeah, I like to have stackers in my builds. Anyway, we'll have green circuit output here. Then we'll have this much space. Wait, not this much space. Let's actually calculate how much space we need for green circuits. I said we'll copy this 5 times, right? Oh, no. No. Like this. No, why? Expressing the ground belt is the way? What does it even mean? Oh. Direction here was wrong. Interesting. Okay. 3, 4, basically 5. Basically, that's the build that we will be using. It has 2 inputs, here and here, with iron and with copper. That's pretty much it, what's happening here. And here is the output. The output is just dropping stuff onto the belt. Right, I'm not sure it's better to drop it on the input side or on the output one, to be honest, but it's probably okay. It probably doesn't... I don't feel like it should really matter. Okay, you know what, let's put it on the other side to just finalize and finish the build that we have. Here we'll drop it on the output as well. How many times did we copy it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, and the idea is here basically the following. We are dropping it here 2 times, and now I would like to flip the side of the belt here, and we'll drop it 2 times again on the opposite side of the belt. And now here, as I explained before, we need to somehow figure out a way to kind of merge the 2 belts. How could we do that? That's the question. So in theory we could just bring stuff in here, and then what we could do, we could split stuff into 2. I didn't want to use splitters, but I think Maybe for this one, it would make sense. Let's think. Can we do it? Can we somehow improve this thing without completely messing up our design? Actually, I think we can. I think we can do it to the splitters. So one other thing, thing that I never mentioned before, at least I don't think I mentioned it. I want my base to not have splitters. I want my designs to not use splitters, at least not non-prioritized splitters. We'll see whether we can achieve that. So that's kind of one of the minor goals you could kind of say that I have. Let's see, this part, we can theoretically move this back, right? Because this doesn't really change the number of inserters affecting a certain inserters. This doesn't change the number of beacons affecting the build, so we could make it kind of work like this. Could even make this a little bit nicer, maybe like that. And this should do it, because the last assembler now should be able to place stuff on both sides of the belt. I hope inserted placing things on the belt nowadays actually compresses it. It wasn't the case in the past. If it is not the case, we can do things like that. And this way the thing will definitely be compressed. Actually, why don't we keep it like that? Now that I think about it, it guarantees, and it kind of keeps the design the same on both sides, right? We are using side loading into the belt. For this thing, we don't care about compression, because the red circuit build will not be compressed, but the approach that we are using is still actually able to compress it. This part will also be able to compress, and one extra benefit for this thing, now that I actually think about it, is that these slices of belts could be used as buffers on the output, so they will basically ensure that the inserter is working all the time, non-stop, and the final output, the final belt, is still getting returned compressed. So that's our red circuit build, by the way. I believe it looks great. I think it looks great. One extra benefit for it, we can actually connect it to the input of the thing. So if we make them overlap, right, as we want for red circuit build, because this thing will be the start kind of red circuit build, except I guess we'll need to turn it. Anyway, we will be able to do it like this. We'll be able to just take this belt, bring in here, and just place things like that, and it will fit right in well. You get it, like we'll need to adjust it a little bit, whatever. Very, very minor things. It basically will just work. Good, we did it. Today we designed our green, actually, right? Green and red, well, mostly red circuit build, but also green circuit build. So we have beaconed green and red circuit design done. Unfortunately, didn't I missed the moment, the exact moment when this area got cleared of the biters, but it got cleared of the biters, so that's good. That is good. And we also, I guess, tried like aiming this thing here a couple of times. We are not very successful. We are not very successful, but we have the builds that we'll be using. Blue circuit one, we'll have to figure out exactly how to connect everything, but I'm certain that it's possible to somehow like build things through here and yeah, do stuff. I'm certain it's possible. Good. Sorry for super long episode. Let's take a break here. That was episode 97. and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers!